Hello, welcome to Luna Midnight Designs. It's that time again when the people have spoken. And the people's choice this round is Honey Swamp as a lily pad fairy. So here's my concept art for this project. Of course things never go as planned, but I will aim to get everything done that is in my concept. So, let's get started. To begin, I drown the doll in hot water so that I may remove their head without damaging the neck peg. I will pull slowly and gently, and pop! The head has been removed. Next is cutting off all her hair. It's so squishy. Boop, 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 boop. Then I scrape the rest of her hair out and use long pliers to pull out the rest of the hair and glue mess. Next, I remove the face with acetone and then clean the head and body with sanitizer, and she is ready. Let's start with the hair. I paint the sections of where the colors will go. Going for a layered look with the hair color, pink and greens. Green is meant to be like the pad part, and the pink is the flower on top. And I have a very fancy hairstyle in mind. Like I said, the green is like the leaf pad part, and the pink is the lily flower on top. So I will start with rerouting the green along the hairline and then going up. Plug after 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 plug. Oh my gosh, there's so many plugs. Rerouting takes so long, but the results are always worth it, really. Now that the main green is done, I now add some lighter green highlights. Next is the main pink and the highlight pink, and of course, the part. I then pour glue into the neck hole and make sure all the hair is covered and wait a week for it to kinda dry. I also do a boil wash halfway while it's dry. As prep for her face, I spray it with Mr. Super Clear. Next, I add blush to her eyes, the colors of green. I did add pink, but remove it later. Next, I blush her lips with pink. Once I'm happy with her eyeshadow, I use whites to add her eyes. Her lips I paint with a pearlescent pink, and then I paint on more details around her eyes with different shades of green. I'm seeing this as though around her eye again is the leaf pad of the lily, and then the water and other green plants, while her actual eye is the pink flower, same with her lips. I give her a pink eyebrow to match her hair, then add vine details to match the rest of Honey's beautiful body sculpt. I continue to use paint to add more details here and there. I give her little water drops details on her face as well. Like I said earlier, eyes will be pink. I then add more lily flowers with nail art. More details here and there, and gloss her eyes and lips, and her face is done. For her hairstyle, I'm aiming for a rose braid look. I think that's what it's called. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. It's when people braid their hair and twirl it up towards the scalp together to form a little rose flower out of the braided hair. So first I curl the green hair using straw and bobby pins. My bobby pins are new, so they are not going to stain the hair. I then add a few braid pieces here and there. I have 3 rose braids planned for one side and then 2 on the other side. For the rest of the pink hair, I'm going to curl it just like the green hair. I then pour boiling water on top of the doll's head, being very careful about the face, and then let it dry. This is just me testing how the rose braids are going to work. I'm kind of figuring out where I want it to go and how I want it to look. To keep the rose braids in place, I have to use a lot of hairspray, hair gel, and pins. Now that the hair is fully dry, I remove the straws and bobby pins and gently separate the curls and comb out the hair. To protect the style, I spray with even more hairspray. Now, the pins with the white bead ends don't really fit the doll, so I'm going to fix that with these tiny little butterflies. First, I drill a hole through them and then add a little pin and then use these pins to hold the hair in place. And it works out beautifully and definitely fits with her theme of being a water lily fairy. For her outfit, I'll be using this semi-see-through white fabric. I'm going to then cut out a bunch of different sized petals using these pattern pieces. Once cut out, I will use paint to add details and make them look more like pink lily petals. The pink really works well with the green doll base color. So after tracing all the different sizes and cutting them out, I begin the slow process of painting all of them, one by one. I don't even know how many I painted. It felt like a lot. I believe it was a lot. Since they are wet while I'm painting them, because I do watered down paint so it's not too thick and not too stiff, I place them on different things like colored pencils, pens, Q-tips, paintbrushes to add curves once they are dry so that they keep the shape. I'm hoping. Not quite sure if it's going to work out, but I'm hoping it does because it would be really cool if it does. For the dress, I make a simple tube dress so I can glue all of the petals onto it. Larger petals starting at the bottom, getting smaller closer to the midriff, and then I flip them so that the petals are actually facing up so it kind of covers the bust and looks more like my concept art. Once done gluing, I add nail art gems to the dress to kind of be like water droplets because lily pads are always in the water and they're going to get wet and they're going to have splashes of water on them. They are silver now, but with some resin and blue shimmer powder, they will be blue. And with that, the dress is done. The corset didn't work out because it was too big and it kind of ruined the shape and covered too much of the petals. So instead I add a small green ribbon across the waist, which looks much, much better. So for the body, I'm just gonna paint the beautifully sculpted details that are already there. I'm also going to only paint the parts of the body that the dress doesn't cover. And I love Honey's sculpt. Monster High is not made the same way. These body sculpts are fantastic, and I've always wanted to paint her. I've just never had a theme that really fit or tied in with her actual beautiful sculpt. And now I have this one, which is perfect. With greens and add some more nail art details like the droplets and the flowers, just like I did with the face. And here's the dress on the body with all of the beautiful details, and I'm so glad the water droplets all turned out so well, even though they kept falling off everywhere, but we don't talk about that. So for her cute little hat, I cut out 2 circles, and then I cut like a little wedge out of the circles. I then hem the edges over with glue. I then use some wire to help the pad keep its shape and to be posable. I then glue the 2 halves together. Once dry, I paint the pad to add a gradient from yellow in the center to a darker green along the edges, just to be a little bit more realistic. For the lily of the pad, I use UV nail polish to paint this gold earring pink and these little flower things I found. They do take a few layers, but in the end it is worth it. To connect the pieces together, I use resin. And a little half pearl in the middle. So from my work, I found these little frog molds that I'm going to make some little froggies for my lily doll. Just mix some resin with some green shimmer, pour and cure. To finish up the hat, I apply more details and add the frog, little butterflies and resin droplets, and finally the lily. The wings are cut out of the same fabric as the hat, in 4 different shapes, front and back, and of course I hem all the edges. And similar to the hat, I add a wire to help the wings be posable and hold their shape better. I then use paint to add a gradient from yellow to a darker green on one side, and on the back side I use just the dark green to the light green. I use the different shades of green to add the leaf detailing, like their little veins or like the little, I don't know. I then use half pearls to be water droplets with some resin, of course, butterflies, and a resin frog or two. I repeat for the other set of wings, and with that I have some leafy fairy wings. And with that, and some other final details, the doll is done. And here's the final doll, the People's Choice, the Lily Pad Fairy. Deep in the fairy forest is a little pond where a little fairy lives. Her friends are the frogs that hop and play all day. She spends her days playing and helping the water lily grow. Her little friend is Bob, the frog, Blob, who is always with her. She and her froggy friends are always playing pranks and getting into trouble with the other fairies of the forest. She turned out so good, all the small details coming together perfectly. At first I thought they would be too busy, but now I love them. There isn't a part of this doll I don't love. Well, except maybe the water drop is always constantly falling off, but who will notice that? I hope you all love her too. She was your pick. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Follow me on Instagram to see more. To be more part of my process, check out my community page for polls on doll ideas and sneak peeks of upcoming videos. And subscribe to catch future videos. Also, I have started a Patreon, so if you want to see more behind the scenes and other tidbits, you can join the free membership. But there is also the best friend membership where you can have early access to videos and other goodies, like how I made her little friend Bob the Frog. I just want to show more that doesn't fit in the videos necessarily, or the progress along the way, or when I'm having trouble I can get some advice. I am new with all of this, so have patience with me. I just love doll customizing and want to share it with all of you. Also, I hope to do more stuff on YouTube as well. Thank you for all the love and support. Have a creative day. See you soon. Bye!